Hello everybody, my name is Star Wars Boy, how are you? And welcome to a brand new Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. In this video, I am excited to present to you the first of many hero guides. The first one is going to be on Darth Vader, as he's not only my favorite character in this game, but he's also my favorite character in all of Star Wars. In this hero guide, we're going to be covering all his abilities and stats, his best star cards, the best maps, and basically how to use him. Without further ado, let's get started. Now, as for Darth Vader's stats, he has a base health of 800, which is the equal highest along with Anakin Skywalker. His health regen is pretty good, and it's coming in at 250, meaning he can go all the way down to 550 health and still be able to go all the way up. As for his weapon stats, he of course uses his iconic red lightsaber, and it does some good damage. It does 130 to the front and 160 to the back, and it is one of the best damage outputs in the game. As for his stamina, I'd classify it as a 6 out of 10. He can block more than he can attack, and once he does attack a lot, it does take him a while to regain that stamina back. His swing speed is 1.7 swings per second, which is to balance his high damage. Now onto his abilities. His L1 ability is his lightsaber throw, which has a really nice 7.5 second cooldown. Darth Vader throws his lightsaber, cutting through and dealing damage to any enemies on the way. The damage is 150 damage per hit, which is really good considering what this does. If you throw it into a long hallway of people, it will do 150 damage going there and 150 coming back, meaning you can deal 300 damage to anyone in that hallway. As for pros, it closes distance and has great range. The problem with lightsaber heroes is that they can only deflect blaster shots to get close that range. With Darth Vader, he could just throw his lightsaber and deal a ton of damage and get lots of nice multi-kills. As for cons, it leaves you defenseless until your lightsaber returns, meaning that you can't block when you throw your lightsaber. And if you miss it, then you can take a lot of damage. Onto his R1 ability, it is called Force Choke and has a long 25-second cooldown. Darth Vader chokes a cluster of enemies ahead of him, dragging them off the ground and through the air to drop them into danger. The damage over time is 125, which is a lot for a stun type ability. As for pros, it gathers multiple players, has 80% damage reduction, and actually can attack and block during the choke. As for cons, I can't really name any because this choke is just really good. If you have a large group of enemies, you can choke them, and if you miss a couple, you can continue blocking with your lightsaber during this choke. It's probably one of his best abilities, if not the best. Now onto his final ability. It is called Focus Rage, and it has a 15-second cooldown. Darth Vader channels the dark side of the Force and focuses his rage. His melee strikes drain less stamina and deal more damage. And the damage is more. It does 145 in the front and 175 in the back. This means you can't one-hit enemies to the front, but it does deal so much more damage. As for pros, it gives Darth Vader 200 bonus health, which why wouldn't you love, and has a massive advantage in 1v1s. As for cons, I would say the animation can leave you exposed, but looking back on that, I don't think that's the case. With many abilities, you can actually block, and with Darth Vader's Focused Rage ability, you can actually block while the animation is going on, so I would actually change that to no cons at all. This ability is amazing for getting out of combat if you are really low on health, as it is really good in that extra health. Now, moving on to his star cards, Darth Vader has many good star cards, but there are 3 that I personally recommend using. The first one is bonus health, which, as it says, it increases your health from 50 to 75 to 100 to max 150. This card is great because it gives you 950 health, which will give you 1150 with the bonus health. I can't really describe why you shouldn't use this card, as it's bonus health and everyone loves bonus health, especially for Vader. The second card I would recommend using is the There Is No Escape card. This increases the distance on his lightsaber throw from 20 to 30 to 40 to 50%. Lightsaber throw already travels far, but to make it even farther is really good, and I would really recommend it. For his third and final card, I would recommend the Surrounded by Fear card, which is a stamina on kill. This used to actually be Vader's health on kill, but when they removed health on kill cards and gave them naturally, they replaced it with the stamina on kill. I said before that I would rate Darth Vader's stamina 6 out of 10, and to regain stamina after every single kill, it's really good. It gives you 5, 10, 15, and then 20% stamina regain, which is really good for Darth Vader. He tends to lose a lot of stamina when attacking and deflecting for a while, so to regain it back, it's really good. Now, as for his best maps, he doesn't really have any best maps, but these are 3 maps that I personally do really good as Darth Vader on. The first one is obviously Naboo. Naboo is a really good map in Battlefront 2, and lots of heroes do good on it. The reason it's so good is because it's open yet close quarters at the same time, meaning that you won't have a lot of trouble being out in the open, and if you are, you can easily use the lightsaber throw, and it complements the map really well. The second map has to be the Death Star, and it's really good, and it was made specifically for Darth Vader. Those long hallways can rack up those multi-kills so quickly that you won't even believe how many kills you're getting. And obviously, it's really close quarter, which is perfect for Vader. As for the third one, you may be surprised, but it's actually going to be Crate. Crate is close quarters yet far apart at the same time, and those trenches are really good again for his lightsaber throw. The second phase is also good for Vader, as many of the enemies are just standing still at the back of the map, so you can actually throw your lightsaber and get a lot of kills. As for the third phase, again, everyone is literally just standing there guarding the objective, so all you need to do is throw your lightsaber and then you're gonna get a lot of kills. Again, there are lots of great maps that Darth Vader is good on, but these are my personal 3. Now, the first general tip for Darth Vader is to generally flank whenever you have the option. Now, you can take enemies head on, but a large amount of enemies when you don't have your force choke or your lightsaber throw can be a bit deadly, and I always recommend flanking, especially since you can activate that focus rage and you can deal extra damage and take them out faster. Whenever you can, basically, kill an enemy from the back, as you'll have a less chance of taking damage and you'll gain a lot of health back from getting those kills. More general tips with Vader is that he is slower than other characters, so if you see a hero, I recommend, if you don't really like taking on heroes, I'd recommend just going away before you see them coming to you. And if you do like heroes, then I guess you can take them on. Me personally, whenever I go on kill streaks, I don't like going against heroes. But if you like going against heroes and you want to get that extra health back, then you can do it. However, Darth Vader is very slow, and he can probably take a one-on-one hero battle, but I don't think he can take a two-on-one hero or a lot of infantry around. Again, Darth Vader is very slow, so going out of combat for kills can work sometimes, but I don't recommend going a lot out. If the enemy is past 6 seconds, then I recommend just going back, because it's not worth it, because you'll either die or you'll barely escape, but you'll take a lot of damage. The final tip is probably going to be just to use his saber throw as much as you can. That ability is so good, and it helps grab those extra kills, as you could just throw this thing across the map and it will actually kill someone. If you can throw a large distance, it's actually really good, and it does a lot of damage too. So whenever you can use it, pretty much use it, because it will get you a lot of free kills. So that is going to be all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching my first hero guide. I'm going to be making more in the future. The next one will probably be a Luke hero guide or a General Grievous how-to hero guide. So be sure to stay tuned for that. If you want more info of when I'm going to upload, join the Discord, link in the description. See you guys next time. Bye, and may the Force be with you always.